Alright guys, we're back to it. Another video. We're so close to the finish line. We're so close to ending 2024. And now this is really the time where you look back and you start to reflect on everything. You start to understand what's been done this year and what hasn't. What did you say you were going to do this year that you did or didn't do? Now, with that information, you need to have this self-analysis of yourself, and you need to plan out how 2025 is going to go. If you haven't been planning how your years are going, then you can't say you have been progressing. Because in order to progress, you need to plan. You need to have a set of standards that you go by. You need to have objectives. You need to have end dates, start dates and end dates. There's just no way you're going to be, there's no way you're going to make it by just cruising through life. And if you didn't do that this year, that's okay. And if you're living the life that maybe you didn't expect to have, it's probably because you didn't plan and you didn't execute, and you just were all over the place. Yeah, you were probably making money, you probably got a business, you're doing some sales and shit, but you're just working to work. Like, you know, I'm just gonna make the money and that's it. That can only go so far, because you can make, you know, $12,000 in a month. You can make $12,000 every month. But if you're not planning and strategizing what you do with that money, how you use that income to make more income, you're not gonna make it. I mean, it's so much like you always look at people that have like a lot of money, and it's true when they say that more money, more problems, because you can be making like 20 grand, 30 grand a month. But if you're not smart with your money, if you're taking trips to Dubai, you're cashing out on expensive clothes and shit, I mean, you're gonna be left popped by the end of the year. So yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, it's great to make all this money, but if you're not strategizing, if you're not planning it, there's really no use. I mean, if you have a guy that makes 50K a year versus a guy who makes 500K a year, but the guy who makes 500K a year is splurging and taking expensive trips, you know, buying prostitutes for thousands of dollars and doing all this crazy shit, like flying everywhere, spending his money, $400, you know, a night at the club, maybe $1,000 a night at the club, versus the guy who makes 50 grand but is pre-packing his meals, he's saving up his money, he doesn't go out, he doesn't go to the movies, he doesn't even watch TV, he cancels all his subscriptions. Like, who do you think is gonna win in the long run? Obviously the guy who's making 50 grand a year. It's probably gonna take him a very fucking long time making that amount of money, but at some point he will beat the guy making 500K a year. So that's really the whole point, guys. You know, really going into 2025, like, self-analyze everything. And it's not just the finances, guys. Like, analyze your personal stuff too. Analyze, like, you know, how much did you go to the gym this year? Did you work out? Did you eat clean? Are you the weight you want to be? Do you have the body you want? Things like that. Like, start analyzing everything and strategically just start planning the rest of your life. Every year you got to just do this whole like recap of like, all right, what did I do? What didn't I do? You know, how could I be better? What are some things that weren't helping me? What are things that did help me? And then just really just take it from there. Like, your life should be like a business. Your business is a business, and your life should be like a business too. Think about it. If your life is like a fucking sports car, bro. So it's like, are you gonna treat the engine like a fucking 2003 Honda with fucking 8,100 miles, or are you gonna treat yourself like a brand new McLaren out the lot? Are you gonna put the good type of gas in your body, or are you gonna just go for the cheap shit? Are you gonna change your oil every week? I mean, every other couple months, or are you just gonna wait till it gets fucked? So things like this, guys, you gotta understand, you gotta do this analysis. The only way you're gonna really make it in 2025 is if you have a clear image of what it is you need to do, how you're gonna do it, and then you set yourself up with some goals. You gotta set yourself up with a bunch of goals for the next year. And don't make any unrealistic goals. I'm not saying that it's unrealistic because it's not going to happen, but I'm saying it's unrealistic for the time frame that you probably expect it to be. Like, if you say by the end of 2025 I'm going to become a millionaire, well, yes, it's possible. Nothing is impossible. It's not really a feasible goal if you really think about it. If you're only making like $16 an hour and you just haven't even started your business, like, it just, you're gonna need a lot more time than a year, buddy, to get to that million. So really make a concrete goal that you know you could achieve. I would say shoot high, shoot very high, but don't overshoot. Don't overestimate, but don't underestimate. Like, let's say if you're making 100 grand a year, maybe your goal could be, hey, I want to make 200 grand this year. Okay, now you're making 100 grand more. That's good, because then the next year you can maybe shoot for 500 grand, and then in the next maybe 7 to 8 years you could probably be at $1 million. That's going to take strategic planning. So you got to understand that you got to make sure that the goals you're making, you could achieve them. Like, they're possible. You could do it. And I'm not saying you can't make $1 million a year, but it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot of shit that you probably can't endure yet. And then the problem with doing that is that if you don't get to that $1 million, it's going to be so unmotivating to get to the end of 2025 and be like, damn, bro, I didn't make it. And then that's going to make you feel like you're just a failure, and then you're not going to want to show up for the next shit you got to do. So don't go crazy with the goals, guys. Just make a goal you could achieve, like maybe double your income, triple your income, but don't just assume that you're going to be able to do the hard shit. I mean, it's going to take a lot of fucking work. Even just going from like 100K to 200K, even from like $50,000 a year to $100,000 a year, that's still pretty tough. Like, that still includes a lot of work, a lot of extra hours that you're going to be just hustling, starting maybe a side business, making some sales. So just understand that the goals you make, they're going to be hard, but that's for a fucking reason, bro. That's for a reason. Your goals shouldn't be easy. If your goals were easy, that's not a fucking goal. It's just a fucking, it's nothing. It's just a little fucking, it's really nothing. If your goals are easy, it's really nothing. Because that means you didn't challenge yourself. That means it wasn't really worth it. Like, it's not something that you actually earned and put in hard fucking, blood, sweat, and tears in. Like, I'd feel more proud knowing that I did everything I could to get to a specific goal, even if I meet the goal or not. But at least know that I did everything, and I know that it was hard as fuck. Like, that must be feeling. That must be a really good feeling. And I felt that before, because I've been in situations now where I'm putting in more work and I'm seeing more of the fucking results. And even then, I don't even fucking want to tell myself I'm doing good, because then you get complacent. And that's another thing I want to talk about. When you start achieving your goals, and let's say you make these little goals like, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds this week or next month or some shit, or I want to, try to hit the phones more, make 20 more contacts for my business, like get more leads and this and whatever. There's going to be a point where you're going to start doing the shit that you actually set out to do. And you're going to feel this little inch of pride and kind of like confidence, which is good. You should acknowledge it. You should understand that, yes, you just, achieved something. But understand that by accepting your success and over-congratulating yourself and celebrating these little wins, that's going to make you soft, bro. That's going to make you really soft. So you don't want to start congratulating yourself too much. You don't want to go crazy. Oh my God, I just closed the deal, $20,000 deal. Let's go to the bar. Let's go celebrate. Let's go have a shot. Let's go this. No, you got to put your head down. You got to accept that you made a challenge and you did it. You got to be happy for yourself. But then you got to just keep getting back to work. That's it. That money's going to go quick, bro. You make $20K for a deal, that'll fly, bro. In like 2 months, depending how you live, that could be gone. That could be gone very quick. So you just got to put your head down and keep working. That's it. I love you guys. 2025's coming. It's going to be a fucking crazy year. We're all going to crush it. I know everybody's just going to fucking just destroy all the obstacles they thought they couldn't make this year. And I know we're all gonna fucking win this year. You just gotta have that motivation. You gotta have that discipline, most importantly. And you just gotta want it. You just gotta want it. Like, that's it. Like, you really just have to want it. Yeah, you could be all disciplined and shit, but your mind really has to know that, like, you want this for yourself. You want a better life. So the minute you start realizing that you want more for yourself, that you want to get your mom out of that apartment, you want to get your girl that nice ring, you want to get your brother a nice car, you want to get your dog, your little pet, you want to make him sure that he's always healthy and that you got money for whenever he's sick, and you can buy him the best amount of food, the best quality of food, and then even your family too, like buy them the best quality of groceries and shit. Like, there's so much that goes into the reasons of why you should want to be better, you know. And if everything that you're thinking of why you would want to be better is for yourself, then you're a fucking asshole. Because you shouldn't be thinking about yourself. You should be thinking about those that you love, those around you, those that need you, and then just people in general, like people on the street, people you've never even met, like that would depend on you, that could look up to you one day, that could listen to your story, that could use you as an inspiration. You don't ever want to give that up. You don't ever want to just become a greedy fuck who's just doing everything for himself. Like, oh, I'm going to make all this money because I want a fucking nice car and this and that. Yeah, that's good. You got to have those type of goals because that's what's going to keep you motivated. But once you're there, like, you have to understand that you can't just continue wanting more and more and more. Yes, you should, but you shouldn't want it for the wrong reasons. You know, you shouldn't just become a greedy fuck who's just collecting supercars for no reason and you're not even giving back. That's not the way I would want to live. I mean, yeah, I want to live a fucking crazy life. I'm going to have crazy cars. I'm going to be in a mansion. I'm going to be fucking living the craziest life I could ever imagine. But I also know that I'm going to be giving back. And I'm going to be a person, a pillar to those that will need me as an inspiration. Especially being a Hispanic person, bro, a minority. I know what it's like feeling these type of thoughts when you're, you know, black, Hispanic, and you're just like, damn, like, I don't think I'm meant for success because of where I'm from. Like, I want to be a reason. I want to be a face to those type of people that can be like, nah, bro, look at this. Like, you could do it. So that's my big message for today, guys. 2025 is it's literally a couple days away, guys. We're right there. Let's crush it, bro. Let's crush it. Remember, self-analysis. See what's going on with yourself, with your goals. Make new ones. Plan everything out. Be smart, be motivated, be disciplined, and you're gonna see that 2025 is gonna be your year. Let's get it.